Dimir control versus reliable red. So I'm back down to gold because of the reset that happens. I always get bumped down 2 levels. Alright, yeah, this is keepable. Start off with the sewers. Don't want that, I need lands. Stomping grounds into Dragon Rage Channeler, alright. Pass. Or should I just push it? But then I will have no other play. But I think it's fine. Ooh, what am I gonna put back though? A ransom and a counterspell even, or the charm? I think that's how I'm gonna put it back. Fetch and then fatal push. Just because I don't like when the opponent gets surveilled triggers off. Alright, now I have a removal for whatever the creature the opponent plays and 2 then counter. Okay, that's painful. Wow. That is painful. That's very painful. Burning Tree Emissary. So this means I cannot Edict and Counterspell in 1 turn. So this Ragavan is just gonna hit me, right? I'm gonna look at my own library. I don't want that, so I will fetch here right now. I will fetch a tapped land because I won't be able to chain Counterspell and Edict anyway. Alright. Pass. Ah, maybe I shouldn't. Depend on what I draw here. Okay, that's... So Edict is being denied by this Burning Tree Emissary. I'm gonna counter that. I don't want the opponent playing like double chaining stuff here again. That's fine. I'd still need an urgent answer to that though. The opponent, of course, is gonna Edict the Emissary. Yeah, but at least I can prevent 2 damage here, and I'm just gonna have to hope the opponent hits the land here. Land, please. No. A fatal push is fine. I mean, it would have been a great answer against the Ragavan. I mean, commit could have actually dealt with that as well. But it's gonna have to deal with the Ragavan next turn. The opponent still has 4 cards in hand, which is... How did that happen? Like, why? Spell or non-land permanent? Oh my god. If I do that, then the Ragavan will hit me again, once again. So I'm gonna allow it to happen first, and then I can still decide what to commit. So that's definitely the right play. But I'm under a lot of pressure here already. to do that. So this Ragavan is taking me apart. Okay, that's not too bad. That's kind of problematic. I cannot, if I do this, I can't Otawara, so yeah, I'm pretty much in a really bad shape here. One Ragavan! Drah! Just because one Ragavan got underneath the curve, basically. Yeah, go ahead. What's you're gonna steal next? A land, alright. And a Tarmogoyf here, alright. And a bolt. Alright, thank you, yes. Okay. Alright, on to game 2. What do I need? What is this? Gruel? Wow, kill, kill. Cut down. Do I want cut down? Like, cut down is not gonna hit enough. Oh, the Aether Gust is good. Tutor? Do I need tutor to search for what? No, I don't think so. Yeah, and that too. What do I not need? Let's take out legions and let's take out the edicts. Spell pierce. 2 of these, as well as one. Nah, I need those for the. Okay, another brainstorm. Alright, let's see how we fare in game number 2. Okay. I want to thin lands immediately. Counterspell is my only first line of defense here. I'm gonna... That's cool. That came just in time. Fortunately, I can't counterspell now, so I'm still open for whatever comes next. Tarmogoyf. I can foresee the future. This can be a sanctuary, so I'm gonna island here. Keep up counterspell. Alright, pass the turn. I'm gonna take a hit from the Tarmogoyf. I have to. There's no other way around that. Yep, counter the Blood Moon. Pass the turn. And now I can drown in the Loch is pretty much active now, so that's good. Should I Bowmaster now to prevent 5 damage? I think I do have to. Jump block with the token. In response to the Blood Moon, I will grab a Sanctuary. Put the Drown on the Loch on top. Still pretty problematic stuff going on here. So I will draw now. The opponent didn't think about that. Okay. So, how do I want to play this? Attack. This I will play for sure anyway, right? What do I want? Do I want anything back? I'm gonna pass the turn. End of turn I can commit. Damn. Oh, this hurts so much again. Wow, this deck is just relentless. Why is it how? So this comes down, this will have haste and all the good things. I cannot play this commit and drown in the Loch in the same turn. I can just bounce. I'm just gonna bounce this thing for now. Just stalling here for now. Yep, okay. So stalling a turn here for me to grab some more mana, but I... Okay, now I can commit and now... 1, 2, 3, 4. I can commit and then Fatal Push. Alright, so that's how it's gonna be. Now the Inti is there still too, so that's another problem I need to deal with. I'm gonna have to accept one Inti hit. Another Inti, that's perfect, it's legendary. Okay, so now, how are we gonna do this? Put target spell, alright, this one. Now I can fetch, grab a swamp, and play Fatal Push, killing the Tarmogoyf. Okay. Still in a lot of trouble here. I'm gonna kill that and then attack and keep up Archmage's Charm. There will be a Blood Moon coming up. Alright, that's perfect. I'm happy about that actually. So I will have to counter the Blood Moon. Is there can I just do this? Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Gonna take one turn here. It's a risk. If the opponent draws any kind of card draw, the Blood Moon would be back active. Oh, that's pretty good. I can't play both Archmage's Charms though. So I'm gonna have to again wait it out. The opponent will draw the Blood Moon, play the Blood Moon, I will counter it. The opponent will still get in some damage, and then I'll charm and steal that, and then hopefully the relentless attacks from the opponent will have stopped. Gust is pretty good as well. Yep, and then Gust that, and then I have the Lurrus to recur the opposing. Do I need Thoughtseize? Cut down. Cut down is risky against this deck because as soon as the Inti has a counter, as soon as the Tarmogoyf is too big, or as soon as the Dragon Rage Challenger is too big, it's useless. Edict. I think I'm gonna have to come back with the Edict. Legion's End. Let's just get all the kill spells. Thoughtseize. Do I want Thoughtseize? Yeah, let's get that too. And then go down on the charms a little bit. Go down on the secrecy. Don't need... Do I need that thing? It's basically a 2-mana kills as well, right? So go down on this. Go down on this. And go down on this. Alright, so going full on kill. And I need to fetch a swamp earlier. Even though it's going to hamper my Archmage charm. Alright, that's absolutely unkeepable, as is this. Can't believe it. Yeah, I'm just going to go with these two. Hopefully this can hit multiple cards. It's my only chance here. That's gonna have to fetch an island. That's gonna have to fetch a swamp. So going down to 5, definitely very hurtful here. Yep, the good old free 2/2 into Tarmogoyf. Okay. Am I playing around Blood Moon here? Like, really, do I have the privilege of doing that? I don't think I do. If the opponent has Blood Moon, I'm gonna do it. Gonna take some hits. Tick that up to 2 and hope that it... Other satyrs. Whenever you attack with... Wow. Alright. Wow, I'm gonna take so much damage. Alright, end of turn, put an oil counter on this thing. In response to this, play a Bowmaster. don't tell me you have this Veil of Summer as well. Oh god, the opponent has the Veil of Summer as well. Okay. So I have to target myself. And then I have to target this. Okay. No attack past the turn. Next turn I can take out all 3 creatures at least. Discard a card at random if you do draw 2 cards. Okay. Alright. You may. Okay, the opponent drawing 2 here. Alright, that means I can potentially kill the card Tarmogoyf. But don't even need to necessarily. I'm gonna take the 4. Alright. Another Burning Tree Emissary. Into a Boseiju. Destroy every non-land permanent with blah, 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 1. Okay. Alright. Sure. I will search up a land. An island is fine. End of turn. Oh wow, the opponent actually conceding. That looked pretty. Can I go back to viewing the battlefield? Yes. So I would have fetched a Watery Grave. I would have killed the Tarmogoyf. This is a 4/4, and then I would have a charm to deal with 3 cards the opponent has potentially. So yeah, happy that I was able to pull off victory despite going down to 5. What would I have drawn? Brainstorm, Edict. All right. Well, see, so yeah, not getting disheartened from a bad draw and still trying, it definitely paid off here, and that's what I would recommend all the time. You never know where you can draw an unexpected win from. Anyway, a good start. Let's see how the next games go.
Dimir control versus Magic Arena for France, perhaps. And hear the bell ringing in the background, while my opponent is still considering who shall play first. I shall keep this hand. Definitely a good land situation. As always, need to be afraid of the turn 1 play. And in this case, because I'm on the draw as well, the turn to play. It's gonna be take a little bit of a while until that dig through time is active. Alright, the opponent Lorien Revealing on in the main phase to probably try to get a land drop in. I shall just shock here. And now I have counter magic up. What am I afraid of now? Uro. Countering. Okay, so should I already go ahead and counter this? Or do I want to counter whatever the opponent grabs? I'm gonna do it because I want to just make use of my cards. Plus I have the opportunity right now to use this. Plus I want to see if the opponent maybe has a Spell Pierce. Not a great draw, but I'll take it. Now I can start Mystic Sanctuarying back things. Do I want to play it this end of turn? That's the question. I don't think I do, honestly. No rush. Just keep up counter magic as much and as long as possible. And next turn I will be able to drown and charm, which is a milestone. This card is dead, basically. This is one hell of a card. Like, gaining control of target non-land permanent is actually pretty good in the Death Shadow matchup. Yeah, that. Now I have double counter magic, which means end of the opponent's turn I will actually do the draw as well. I don't think that deck runs Bowmasters. Alright, now I'm pretty much set up here. I'm still far off from the dig through time because I didn't have many fetch lands in the beginning part of the game, but I have quite a bit of counter magic here. The opponent digging. Tough choice. I'll just bind it. Why? Because I have another sanctuary I can use, right? But no, I'll counter the relevant stuff. I don't think the opponent runs Veil of Summer in the main. Some do, but usually not. So I'm not too afraid of that happening. So that's why. If this was the game 2, I would perhaps have been more inclined to counter this. One card only in graveyard, so this Drown in the Loch is kind of useless, but well, now after the dig. I will... Yeah, I still have 2 counters, so I'm still okay here. Let's let the opponent use as many cards as possible from their hand. I'm not able to play 3 counters, so it's 2 or not. 2 only. Yep. Let the opponent use the mana. Probably gonna go for a Thoughtseize here. If the opponent has 2 Thoughtseizes, I'm still good. Alright, so the opponent has 3 mana left. So what's the opponent gonna take? One of these, right? So should I just counter this with the Drown while I can use the Drown? Yes. And now the opponent will not have enough mana to Thoughtseize another time and use the play the show and tell. The opponent bringing back Thoughtseize. Sure. I will bring back Archmage 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Nah, I'll bring back the Daram and the Loch. It's cheaper. Should I just play the Otawara in orbit? And then I could actually double chain. I could play Charm, Bind, and Drown all in one turn. So my Mystic Sanctuary into Drown basically counteracted the opponent's Mystic Sanctuary into Thoughtseize. I have 3 Sanctuaries now. Now, should I try and dig through time here? Can I leave up 2 mana if I do it? What? 3, 4, 5, 6. I cannot. I would have to tap out completely. Is that something I can do? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I can because the opponent is unable to play the instant, what's it called? I forgot what it's named. Born in the Wind or something like that. Alright, I'm gonna go for it. Alright, what do I want? Counterspell and a ransom. Sounds good. Drown in the Loch is fine too. It's a lot of counter magic available. I'm fine with that just being part of the... No, I'm not really closing out this game. I'm just driving the opponent mad. So I'm obviously looking for some Bowmasters. I'll take that, that's fine. Play it now, I still have 1 counterspell up as well. there's my clock. And pass. Now I will have a Ring Bearer level 2, so whenever the Ring Bearer attacks, I can draw and then I can get rid of this Legion's End. So that's also a small benefit here. I don't need that commit. I'm taking the Counterspell. Alright. 32 cards left in the deck. Pass. Finally getting... Oh, okay, no. The Undercity Sewers is also black. I was on 2 black for quite a long. 2 black is definitely necessary because of bind and... So a lot of cards that need 1, and if you want to chain them together, then you need... Ah, I should have... Ah, stupid. Should have brainstormed before fetching. I'll just discard the brainstorm. I think my hand is well enough equipped to defeat the opponent here. Not even really activating the Lurrus. No risk. No taking any risks. Because I need to be... The opponent could chain like Thoughtseize, something, something. So I'm just counter, 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 counter. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I can play them all in one turn. 1, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, yeah. The Bauble in this deck, what purpose does it have? Well, you see one card, which can help sometimes, but more than that, it's an engine with the Lurrus, for sure. Every turn you can basically draw an extra card if you keep repeating that. And it fills the graveyard early for Dig Through Time. So it does have some uses. Pitching out the last few lands in the deck. My hand is already going to be too full. Alright, the memory is lethal, right? Shuffles their hand and graveyard into their library. So, then draw 7 cards. Am I taking a risk by doing that? I think, I don't know. I don't know exactly how that works in case the opponent like kills this in response or some weird stuff. So I'm just gonna keep it playing this safe. I have Bowmasters. I have another Bowmaster, so next turn should be enough, right? So yeah. I could have played another Bowmaster response, but it's lethal next turn, so I'm okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, maybe not. Oh, it's 6. Yeah, it's exactly 6. I've gotta pay some respect to this opponent for the patience. And I still have 2 counterspells up. Should be enough. And I can play them 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 2. Yeah, I have enough lands. Surveil. Creature card from graveyard. Gain life. I'm just gonna take the cheapest one. Alright. Clean win against Show and Tell. Now, Thoughtseize is risky. Thoughtseize is risky because the opponent will now probably board in Veil of Summer, which makes things more difficult. Still have to board it in because I need to board out the Fatal Pushes. And the Legion's End. And not the Edict necessarily. In case the opponent does resolve an Atraxa. So I'll keep 2 Edicts. Aether Gust doesn't do anything. Red or green, what, like... Nah. Pithing Needle, also not doing much. The Sylex, also not doing much. By the time that thing has 10 counters. Exile target player's graveyard, draw a card. I'll take that, and I'll take this. That's the way I can fill up the deck with non-removal stuff. Okay, that's my plan. Ideal hand would have 3 lands at least. And some counter magic. Not ideal, but I'll keep it because I have the Loriens. But yeah, I probably need to tutor on turn 2. Or counterspell. Which might even be too late. Need to grab some black. Alright. So, I am in trouble. Do I want to Demonic Tutor here? This will give the opponent the go next turn. So, what I will do is go into pretend mode. Alright. Another Watery Grave? Probably, yeah. 2 or more basic lands. I do not, so it's Watery Grave. I could tutor for a Spell Pierce. But if the opponent has Veil of Summer, that would be neck breaking. But I think I'm gonna Demonic Tutor for... Yeah, I'm gonna do it nonetheless. Oh, Thoughtseize. Yeah, let's go like this. Again, gonna go in pretend mode. So as you can see, this game is already much more difficult than game 1, because Veil of Summer is a constant threat. I need to find some sort of counter magic soon. Currently, this is the only thing that's kind of protecting me here. Alright, no. Okay. Polluted Delta. Okay. End of turn, I can either dig through time, or I can fetch the Sanctuary to get the tutor back. The opponent... Ooh, damn it. Shit. I should have maybe played the stone at some point. Okay. This shows me Veil of Summer, which means that Spell Piercing is gonna be devastating. But if I don't... I have Otawara too. Maybe that can help me. If the opponent shows and tells, and then I bounce the thing, the Omniscience straight back. Wait, does Otawara bounce enchantments? Enchantment, yes. Maybe that's a play. Why? Because that's uncounterable. And... Wait a minute. What does Veil of Summer do exactly? Permanents gain hexproof from blah blah blah. Okay, so no, that's not an option. Oh, I'm dodging a little bit here. So what do I need? Do I want to get this back and then get a counter spell? Then I would be able to counter I can play it, have Counterspell, and Spell Pierce up. Counterspell and Spell Pierce. Yeah, let's go for that play. So grabbing. Okay, this could be. Alright, Born. 1, 2, 3 plus the Veil. The Veil is what's. And now I already did. Now my Otawara plan is gone. I should have Bowmastered in response to force the Veil. Damn it. What? That was, yeah, that was. I should have Bowmastered in response to the Born. That's what I should have done. Now. This is basically. Yeah, I'm gonna play it still. I know it's Veil now. Yes, I know. Yeah. Do I want to put something on the battlefield? Yeah, let's put a Sunken Hollow. Alright, and a Traxa. Ah, okay, the opponent will still get the trigger. That was bad. I should have Bowmastered first, hoping to force the opponent to Veil. No, what am I getting here? Let me just this. Don't need another land right now. Another Veil. So I need to spend 4 mana to bounce this thing. Then I need 2 mana to dig through time and find 2 counterspells. That's what I need to be doing here. Now that's not gonna be possible at all. So I'm just gonna have to accept this Atraxa for at least 1 turn and wait it out. Do I still have a Sanctuary somewhere? Yes. Now, I'm gonna have to take this hit. Alright, I'll dig through time, end of turn. Just get an island. Do I want to keep up Otawara? It's just gonna get veiled, right? Hexproof. Yeah. So I can pay the full dig through time here. How many more do I need to? 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. If the opponent has Born with the Wind into another show and tell, I'm just gonna have to accept that. And this is a lost cause. The opponent is dig through time. Okay. Sheoldred's Edict would have been an option too. Gonna have to beat the... No, not the... Oh, what? I wanted to hit the Archmage charm. Ah, damn it. Okay. Okay. So, what do I want? Do I even want this Spell Pierce? I think I'm just gonna put it in the Dig Through Time on top. Wait, this ability... each legendary you control. Okay. Unfortunately, I don't have enough mana to double counterspell and either Otawara or commit, so I think I'm still pretty much in trouble here. I have to do something about this Atraxa now, otherwise I'm dead. Just Otawara it. Now the opponent will Veil. I will counter the Veil, but that means the opponent can just... Oh, could just show and tell. Yeah, still this is lost. Show and tell, I can't try and counter it, but it gets Veiled, and there's the game. Spell Pierce, even if I had it in hand, wouldn't be doing anything. On to game 3. Is there anything I do want to change? Yes, I'm gonna put these Aether Gusts in here, really, and I'm gonna get rid of these Edicts. Aether Gust is even better against Atraxa. And go down on these. Alright, now even... Yeah, so Aether Gust against Veil of Summer. Yeah, I think that's a better plan, actually. Alright, tough match, tough match. And now comes the decisive game number 3. Play first and keep. Amazing, I can Thoughtseize on turn 1. Without any fear of Veil. That means I cannot... Yeah, I'm not brainstorming on turn 1 to hopefully find some land or whatever, but I think this is... Able to dodge the Veil is so important for this Thoughtseize here. Okay, what are we taking here? Omniscience? No, right? I mean, it is part of the... I'm just gonna take this Veil, I hate it. It's just 1 mana, destroy everything. The opponent's now gonna Thoughtseize, take something. None of these are super relevant. Next turn I can protect myself from the opponent's Thoughtseize with a Brainstorm. Okay, take the... and go. Oh my god, is this... What is this gonna be? 3... The opponent can still drop a land. So this could be already a show and tell. So do I need to... I need to find exactly... Spell Pierce here. I'm relying on Aether Gust. I don't know how or why, but if the opponent puts an Atraxa into play... Oh my god. Wait, what? What? Where's my timeout? Why don't I get to think? Okay. Alright, taking the gust, and now the what? Why can I not why am I not allowed to play anything? Sorry for not understanding why I wasn't able to brainstorm in response to the omniscience. And, I mean, I could have put a land into play at least, right? I'm really confused here, honestly. What are we gonna put away? Nothing. I'm a little angry about that, really. But luckily the opponent doesn't have anything yet, but neither do I. So I'm just gonna pass here. Hope the opponent whiffs a few times, but how's that gonna happen? Okay. Alright, let's start fetching. Dig through time's good. Alright, put these two back, draw one of them. I don't want Thoughtseize, I want just counter magic, right? I can dig for 2. I don't need that Secrecy Sanctuary. I'm just gonna go for Island. Into Watery Grave. Counterspell, please. Charm. Spell Pierce. Alright, I'll take the Spell Pierce, even though it's gonna lose value the more lands the opponent gets. I'm gonna Lorien because it's free. Just to grab an island. Basically ensuring another land drop. And pass. I have Archmage Charm and Spell Pierce up. This is such a tight rope again. Should I Sorin's Ransom here? I'm gonna try. I need to get myself ahead on cards here. I have Spell Pierce to protect me, potentially. It's not doing much. But I have to take the risk here. I need to draw counter spells. Bind to Secrecy is a good one. And there's the counter spell. Alright, now things are looking better. Gonna put Dig Through Time on top. Should I activate the Lurrus now? It costs me 3 mana, then I only have... No, I want more things active, more counter magic. I don't need to use this Archmage Time to draw. I'm drawing a Dig Through Time right now. Pass. No need to Lurrus. One, two, and then I have... Yeah, that's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm removing a Bowmaster, but that's fine. Counterspell, and another charm. I'm gonna activate the Lorrus now. What's in the opponent's hand here? I can counter 1, 2, and then a Spell Pierce. That's enough. Yeah, that's one card. I'll force the issue. I can put the Dig Through Time on top again, but I don't think I need it. Now I have the counters that I need. Still a little flabbergasted about that whole I wasn't able to brainstorm in response to the show and tell. I don't know how, I didn't expect how this timeout thing works. Fortunately, it turned out okay. Yeah, sure. You have hexproof. Yeah, I only have one other Thoughtseize, which I'm okay to. Which I don't need. Phew. Intense matches for sure. This is the time. This is the moment. The decisive moment. If that thing resolves, I'm out of it. Should I play the Lurrus? I will have 2, 4... Yeah, I'm okay with it. Especially now after this little interaction that we just had. I'm okay with 2 counterspells and a Spell Pierce. No, actually, Spell Pierce is ridiculous. Why? Because the opponent is never going to tap mana, so this Spell Pierce is dead. It's basic. I'm down to 2 counterspells. That's the price for playing the Lurrus. At the same time, though, I do need to find a way to close this game out somehow, right? So, alright, untapping now with another land. Now I'm good. And now I can start attacking, finally. I'm gonna fetch now, just to prevent any weird, like, in response to things happening. Basic lands, I have enough. Pass. And now I can play these three in one turn And there's a Drown in the Loch as well. Whew. Quite nerve-wracking. Playing control is quite nerve-wracking for sure. Going for what? That. Should I cling to dust in response? Really, is that necessary? I don't think so. It costs 4 mana. It's not as efficient as just playing these counter spells. If I had to counter all 4 cards that the opponent has in their hand, would I be able to do that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, I would. Even this, I would be able to. So that means I'm pretty much safe here. The opponent is down to 7 minutes. I'm down to 7 minutes 36. What a match. Dig through time. That would add 2 cards to the whole thing. Should I counter that? Yeah. Yeah, that's 1 card which turns into 2, basically. One turn away from victory. Show and tell. Drown in the Loch. Aether Gust. So Aether Gust is an okay-ish answer to Veil of Summer. It costs 1 mana more, of course. But at least, you know, it's better than the other sideboard options that you have. And it could also... It only hits Assemble the Team and Veil of Summer, though. Like... Yeah, those few green cards that the opponent has. Well, and it can take care of Atraxa in case the Atraxa hits the battlefield, even though that's often too late because the opponent does get the trigger. So it's not ideal, but it's, yeah, it's definitely probably better than the other options. In this case, it's basically like an extra counter spell for the Veil. Very limited though, but still. Spell Pierce, important in the first few turns, but then losing effectiveness pretty fast. But anyway, so yeah, definitely an even matchup, I would say. The opponent, Veil and Thoughtseize, are obviously very hateful cards against the Dimir control deck. But with a lot of counter magic, the opponent doesn't run that many counter spells. Hardly any, I think. Mainly just Veil and Thoughtseize, which is super efficient ways to deal with counter magic. Anyway, let's see how the next games go. Dimir control versus Yuki. Oh, what is this? Oh, it's the bat. Alright. Yes, I will keep. Hopefully the opponent... Yeah. So, fetching is good. Okay, so this could be vampires. Okay, what did the opponent take? Crew 3... What is this? What did the opponent pick? The Bowmasters. Okay. Gonna look at my own. If it's a Bauble's fine. Do I want to draw the bow? Don't really need another Bauble, do I? I'm gonna fetch and shock here. Keep and then Lorien. Yeah, I think that's better. Alright. The opponent didn't want to continue. Now, what do I need? Thoughtseize is probably good. Edict is good against the Vein Ripper. Lonely End. No, it can't take care of the Preacher. The Sylex probably isn't that great. This Needle is good too. Alright, what do I not need? I can always go down one on one of each of these. Fatal Push. I'm gonna go down on a Charm as I'm on the draw, and Legion's End actually. Could have removed sideboarded out Cling to Dust potentially as well. That was an unexpected quick game one, to be honest. That Break Expectations card is actually quite interesting. It shows only mana cost 2 and above, so you won't hit 1 mana cost spells. And the cards that you give the opponent are usually just absolutely rubbish. I think Ginger Brute is the only one that's remotely playable. My opponent did take their sweet time sideboarding here. Could this be a rope win? Most likely. Alright. Well, I'll take it. Alright, then I will go straight to the next game. That was quite the non-game. I'm happy to rank up though. Hopefully getting out of gold pretty soon. But yeah, let's go straight to the next game. Dimir control versus Ta 0812. I'll go first and I will keep. Play this tapped, of course, because I do need 2 mana. Alright, the opponent has the Ragavan. That was a good draw too. Next turn I'll have to push it, right? And it's a little mana if inefficient, but so it is. I'm surprised the opponent didn't play the Ragavan. I'm gonna play a Delta and even Shock, because I would prefer to be able to counterspell and fail push in one go. I'm not fetch. Why didn't I fetch there? Doesn't really make a huge difference. Yep, continue with the untapped lands here. Now I'm gonna fetch. Ah. That's fine, actually. And Otawara is fine too. I'm happy to keep my land drops going. Dig through time, I'm quite away from it, but I have some things I can do. Drowning the Loch is not really active yet. I can only counter or destroy 1 mana things, but happy to pass the turns back and forth. In graveyard, no dig through time yet. I'm wondering what the opponent is up to. A Ragavan without dash. Okay. A Bauble without Dragon Rage Shadow. I'll kill this. And pass. Charm was a pretty decent draw as well. Now Drown is pretty much active. The opponent is playing very patiently as well. An iteration, is that something I want to counter? Because this can be a 2-for-1. I don't like 2-for-1s. Could whiff though. I'm gonna allow it for now. Focus on the Alright, a land drop is fine. That's not too crazy. Do I want to try and charm end of turn and draw? And run into the risk of Bowmasters plus a counterspell? No, I do not. I also don't want to activate the Lurrus. I'm a little tight on mana. I'd prefer 1 or 2 more lands before I miss anything. And I'm the controlled deck. I'm patient. So far, I've only seen Ragavan, but I'm sure there's this card. As well as Death's Shadow. I'm allowing this because I can Legion's End. Or I'm happy to use my Legion's End. I would like another land at some point, though. Another iteration, sure. Alright, the opponent's hand is pretty stacked. -2. Unfortunately, I have the Legion's End in my turn, which is unfortunate. Should we try and force something here? Yeah. This time, just a feeling. This is just a kind of a gut feeling. If I drown in the Loch, I only have 1 counterspell I can additionally play. Sorry, if I Legions. No, actually not anymore. Now with the Sanctuary, I'm good. Alright, let's do that. I should have played the land first, though. But if the opponent is fighting for this so hard... I'm gonna allow it to resolve, honestly. Why? Because I'm just gonna put it back on top. And I prefer to have 2 counters up in the opponent's turn. Some mind games, I would say. Gonna take 2 more, that's fine. Should I just kill it? Let's kill those Bowmasters. Sure. I'm okay okay with the opponent protecting this one Bowmaster so vehemently. Now I can, at the end of the opponent's turn, I can dig through time with Counterspell back up, and that should be then the card advantage I need. I can only leave one card. Probably a drown. Nah, I'll leave the Legion's End. The opponent doesn't seem to like it very much. Yes, the opponent may Brainstorm. Hopefully not finding 2 counterspells. That would be a little bit problematic. One I can deal with. None, even better. Alright. A ransom's good. And a push. Or even another ransom and just go full out on card advantage. Yeah. Let's be a little greedy here. Not gonna I'm gonna play the Bauble but not activate it. And pass the turn. This means I will take 1 or 2 more Bowmaster hits. More even now. So now things are getting a little risky. I can steal the token though and completely block the Bowmasters. So that's dashed. So, shall I steal the token and then just trade it with the Ragavan? This will leave the opponent with 2 Bowmasters still up. But I think that's the play. The opponent... clever move. I'm gonna have to counter this bolt, unfortunately. Which is quite of nonsensical, but yeah. If the opponent attacks only with the Ragavan, I'm actually going to allow it to deal damage to me. I'm okay with losing 1 card. I hope it's not a... Yeah, Brainstorm is fine. It's not ideal, but it's better than like a Fatal Push or something. The reason is I really want to stop these Bowmasters from continuously attacking me. Alright, a Channeler. Alright, an important draw for me here now, I would say. I can get back Legion's End. Sure. Just need to survive a little longer. Alright, so now we are in the attack phase. Oops, now should I have done that now? I don't think so. Now, well. Let's put a charm on top instead. I should have ransomed first and then done this patching into the Mystic Sanctuary. Archmage, Charm, and Delta. Let's see what else I get. Nothing good. So I can ransom again, but I won't have lands for it. I can't draw. Alright. I'm pretty much dead here. Now I have to block this. Gonna cling something. Go to 1. Yeah, okay. Alright, that didn't go too well. I think I might have made 1 or 2 mistakes. And yeah, that didn't. Cut down. Cut down. Filigree, stone. Go a little bit less on the counter magic. Three though is good. Don't need spell pierce either. Edict and Lonely End as well. Get rid of the commit and the bind. Okay, going full on creature removal. Removal and Bowmasters. Start off with a fetch land. Yep. Gonna go for the Undercity. Don't want to dig through time yet. Should I just load Lonely? No, I'll use the Bowmasters instead while I have this opportunity. Should I do it in my turn? While I have the chance. Alright, I will put this and like this. Alright, I'll draw the Delta and choose it to shuffle away the Watery Grave, because I have enough lands here. Do I want to attack? Yeah, why not? Hopefully the opponent doesn't have the second Bowmasters too. Perfect. Alright, I need to shuffle. You need to be wary of that. I could put something back on top. For example, dig through time. And just attack. And keep up all of these things. And next turn I can start activating Lurrus as well. that in response. If the opponent activates the Bauble, I'm pretty much okay with that. Am I gonna dig through time? Yes, I am. I'm gonna try. Or I could just activate the Lurrus. I'm gonna do that, and then dig. Gonna take a turn off here. Dig at the end of the next turn from the opponent. Alright. Happy about that trigger. An iteration. I could try and... No, I don't want to Thoughtseize because I'm going to be removing my Bowmasters, which is the card I want to get back from the Lurrus. So I'm going to keep this Thoughtseize for later. As a refiller once my hand is basically empty. I'm not sure how... what... Yeah, okay. Do I want Thoughtseize as well? I think so. Because the opponent... and Spell Pierce here now as well, and go even lower on the curve. Yeah, go full low curve. Cut down. Yeah. Especially now that I'm on the draw in the final decisive game. Keep. Ragavan or Dragon Rage. Alright, a Bauble without a Dragon Rage Challenger first is always is already a win. A small win. So, should I just play out the stone here? This means that the opponent could dash Ragavan next turn, which is not ideal. So let's hold off on that. It's not needed yet. This way I can have up Fatal Push in case the opponent dashes the Ragavan. Or if nothing happens, I can use my mana effectively by Lorien Revealing. So the opponent is being pretty patient. Do I need a Watery Grave? Or a Sunken Hollow? Gonna go for the Hollow. That means I have to fetch a swamp with this, which is not ideal now that I think about it, because I do have the Archmage's Charm. So this could be a Watery Grave still. And then I would still have an island. Do I want to Thoughtseize here, though? So... yeah, right. Why not? And keep up Fatal Push? Yeah. Alright, drawing out a counterspell. And keep up Fatal Push. And this, if the opponent doesn't play anything, I can fetch a tapped Watery Grave. Or even a Swamp to have the Sunken Hollow up earlier. Swamp, Island. And next, then I have this. So I have a good combination of colors. Now, I can't play the Archmage Charm now, but I can play 2 kill spells. So let's play the Stone here. And keep up the 2 kill spells. Gotta be careful with drawing the card. Are there any creatures in here? Not yet. Just gonna cut it down. And keep up a fatal push. The opponent doesn't have the Lurrus, so a little bit less card advantage in that regard. An iteration is unfortunate, and I can't prevent it right now. Next turn I can Stone plus Fatal Push in case the opponent plays a Bowmasters in response. I'm happy about the Bolt, it's 3 damage but no real direct card advantage. My life total is a resource I'm willing to spend. So no targets here. I'm not gonna Fatal Push that yet. So here's the Sunken Hollow. Now I have Archmage Charm up. I can bring something back. So I'm gonna continue being patient. If I do this and the opponent Bowmasters in response, we'll see. If it's 2 Bowmasters, then I'm definitely in trouble. Alright, the opponent... Okay. Getting that back first. Okay, well... Definitely a smart play. Alright, at least this Surveil and the Brainstorm will get removed as well. So this will be a clean 1-1. Should I push the Dragon's Rage Channeler as well, or take a few more hits with it? So many options here I have. Let's put the cut down on top. And pass and be patient. Start killing stuff though now. I can Brainstorm into the cut down. This iteration is annoying. Let's Brainstorm first. Force a Bowmaster in case the opponent has it. Because then I can deal with this after it's gotten the token. Alright, let's put these back. I don't need them right now. I will draw into the Polluted Delta and shuffle away the grave. So now I can just cut down the Channeler before it starts doing all of these annoying things. And while it still has not enough toughness. Alright, 2 Surveils. I have an Edict left as well for any token creature. Oh god, Underworld Breach is a card I need to be super wary of. I'm happy that it got milled. Okay, the opponent is playing another Bowmaster. Okay. Take 2 more damage here. Going to kill the Bowmasters. Play this and keep up Archmage's charm. And pass. No breach. That's the only card I don't want to see. And now I can finally get back what? Lorien? Should I Lorien? It's very risky if the opponent has Bowmasters. So I think a Fatal Push is sufficient. I have Archmage Charm for the breach. Can I afford to activate this? I can. Because I still have Archmage's Charm up, which is the most important one. Any creature the opponent plays, I can... Okay. Yeah, I'll have my Lurrus with my own Bowmasters soon. Just need to survive a little longer. Gonna go to 4, which is very close to bolt range. Gonna kill that. Play a Lurrus and keep up the charm. Or cling. Start clinging and gaining 3 life per turn. I think that's even better. Or do I want the threat? That's the question here. Gonna cling. Gonna cling. Gonna cling, 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 cling. Gonna take this hit. No, before I get the hit. Why? Because if the opponent bolts in response, then I have a problem. Go to 7, take 1 damage. Cling again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did I? I'm such an idiot. I exiled my Bowmasters, didn't I? Oh no, there's no Bowmasters. Ah, but these artifacts could have been gotten back with the Lurrus, so that was a mistake for sure. Alright, do I drown in the Loch? The opponent has 6. Alright, let's play the Lurrus now. With no value, but just playing it out as a threat and life gain. If the opponent kills it, I'm fine with it. I can kill the opponent with their own creature. With the Archmage's Charm. But yeah, that was definitely a huge mistake. I should I could have played the stone or especially the Sylex. That was just too easy, giving away the Lurrus for free, basically, without gaining any single value out of it. I'll counter those. I'll just counter it. Just don't get any of that value and all that stuff. Take one, go to my turn. That's good. That's what I needed. I need to get back on the cards. An important critical point here in this match, for sure. If the opponent counters this, I'm really debating on if I need to Archmage Charm that counter or not. Alright, another Soren's Ransom. Why not? I'll take it. What did I lose? Alright. This can be a Mystic Sanctuary, so... Alright, pass. 2 bolts, and I'm dead. Bauble is fine. Go to 5. End of turn, Ransom. Take the Bowmasters. Can I... Go to 4. So close. Okay, the opponent's stifling that, so I can't get back my dig through time. Sure, okay, that's fine. I'm not gonna... I need to keep up Archmage's Charm for sure. In response to this, I'll Bowmaster. Finally take care of the token. Opponent draws, and there's my threat. Pass the turn. Can I cling and Archmage Charm in one go? 2, 3, 1. I cannot, so I'm very reliant on this Archmage Charm. Don't want to do anything I don't have to without response or something. So there's a bolt. If I cling, I don't have Archmage Charm ready. If I don't... So let's keep this. Let's allow it. I need to cling with an Archmage Charm as backup. So now I can cling. No way. I can't believe it. Should I have played differently? Wow, I can't believe it. There's no way I can get out of this. Ah, that is quite painful. That was... Well, the opponent played well, I would say. What could I have done differently? I could have not played the Bowmasters. Could have clinged my life higher to a higher life total more earlier. Removed more of my graveyard to do that instead of kind of hoping to get a dig through time. I think that would have been the play. I should have clinged like every turn, end of turn. Because cling, if it get countered, it's still in the graveyard. You can just keep doing it. Yep. 1 mana short of with the Archmage Charm to counter that. Well, GG, opponent. That was definitely a good game. Yeah, it's a shame I wasn't able to pull off the victory. But anyway, let's see how the next game goes.
Dimir Control versus Kagoto. Not an... I'll keep it. It's not really great. But I guess it's not these resistant, at least. Alright, taking the dig. I'll bauble myself, so I'm happy about the fetch land actually. I'm happy with the fatal push. And I'm happy, and then I can look at the opponent. Now I can actually... Nah, I'm gonna, yeah, just draw both. So I'm gonna draw the push, I'm okay with that. And then draw a ransom. Alright. The opponent has the ritual, so this could mean... Ring, Necro, yeah, okay, it's the ring. Okay. So the card advantage is incoming. Alright, I can't surveil because the Undercity Sewers is already on the battlefield, so let's just get a tapped land. Do I need to keep up Brainstorm and Fatal Push is the question. I don't think so. I don't need another ransom either. Alright, I'll Brainstorm in response to this, just because I'm afraid of Bowmasters. Just put the charms back and draw those in order. That's fine. Alright. Sheoldred. The problem now is now I don't have anything to fetch, so my... My Fatal Push cannot take care of the Sheoldred. Okay, so now I have to Bowmaster. Yeah, I'm gonna take the damage. Because if I play Bowmaster, the opponent can just activate Ring in response. I want to do it the other way around. Okay, now I have to play the Bowmasters, and then the opponent will just activate in response. And then now the opponent will also take my Fatal Push. So what I could do is Brainstorm to protect my Fatal Push and Bowmasters. Or I can just allow it. Let's just allow it. I'm already on the back foot here. But I can Brainstorm, I can Soaring's Ransom, so there's still some ways to find some answers here. This is a difficult Inquisition for sure. The Bowmasters are problematic. The Charm... I wish the Charm could bounce. Taking the Ransom. Alright. Well, now I will definitely play the Bowmasters in response to this. Yeah, the opponent has their own Bowmasters. Should I then Brainstorm in response? Yeah. And just put back 2 lands. And put back a land and a charm. Alright, that was a very unfavorable exchange of triggers. I have to bounce the Sheoldred. I can steal the opponent's token. And kill the bomb. No, I can't. If I Otawara, I'm not doing anything else, so... Alright, no attack, pass the turn. I'll block with the Sheoldred the token, then I can finally kill it, but then I won't be able to Otawara, but I can charm. But yeah, so killing this Sheoldred is way more complicated than it should be. Gonna take 1. Push the Sheoldred. And go into my turn. And go. Keeping up a charm and a push. But honestly, with the sheer amount of cards my opponent has in their hand, my life total, I'm more inclined to look towards game 2 here. But you never know. Alright. Alright, go to 1. Opponent plays a Thoughtseize, takes 1 charm. Gate of the Black Dragon. Yep, gonna counter that. Because that would kill me immediately. Oh, this one has Karn and everything too. Gonna put Dig Through Time on top and pass the turn. Alright, yeah. I didn't expect much, but I prefer to play it out till the end. Alright, let's go on to... So what... This is mono black. Yep, full on mono black. But not the... Doesn't seem to be the devotion version. It's the Karn version. So I'd like Thoughtseize. I like the Needle. I like the Edict. I like the Tutor. Do I like the Sylex? I like the Sylex. What do I not need? Fatal Push. I'll take out the Fatal Pushes. I have Drowner. Yeah, alright, perfect. This is the plan. Now, Drown in the Loch is very awkward in this matchup as well, because the opponent, if they have the Necropotence, then it's probably too late anyway, but then their graveyard is also non-existent. I don't have black on turn 1, but I'm fine with that. Not ideal, because turn 1 is definitely a crucial turn. If the opponent Dark Rituals into Necropotence. Okay, Thoughtseize taking my Thoughtseize or Drown. Now I can only counter 1 mana spells here, so I'm also here in this regard being put in front of some problems. So I'm probably just gonna play the Sylex here to get it out there, because this Drown isn't doing anything right now. The opponent doesn't have a super explosive start. Gonna even activate the Lurrus here, because this Drown is just... Ooh, that is... Okay. Well, I'm okay with that, because I have Otawara and this Sylex. So this is actually not as problematic as it may seem. What's way more problematic is that the opponent only has 1 card in the graveyard. And here comes a ritual. Into Demonic Tutor. into potentially Necropotence. 2 cards. This is going to be 3 cards in the graveyard. There's no way I can drown in the Loch, unfortunately. Because I don't have the black mana at the moment. So that's unfortunate. But my Sylex can, if the opponent grabs the Necropotence, then it's basically a one-off draw 4 cards. Or 5 and discard 1. Or 6 or discard 2. Let's see. Okay, the One Ring. The One Ring. Yep. Each non-permanent with the number of all counters. Do I want to bounce this? If I do, the opponent can replay it for free, so right now there's no point. Ah, there was a point, because this Blood Moon would have been in the graveyard, exactly being at 4 then. Ah, that's unfortunate. So I cannot bounce and drown. Wow, I should have... No, I couldn't. No, I could have. Yes, I could have. I should have bounced it. That was a huge blunder. That was kind of game breaking. I can just Lorien here. Maybe that's something I can do. Yeah, I'm just gonna play weird here. The opponent's gonna be pretty much... I think that was an okay choice. I mean, the opponent is getting some quite the value of this ring, but I mean, my Lorien got the equal value so far. 3 cards. Necromantia. Choose a card name. Oh my god, if... This is... not going how I wanted it to go, this matchup. If the opponent picks Bowmasters, I'll be in quite the trouble. But the opponent picks Soaring's Ransom, okay. Don't know why. But I'm okay with that. I can kill the Blood Moon now, but bouncing this ring is going to be so mana intensive, which is unfortunate. Bowmasters is fine. Alright. Alright, kill the Blood Moon. Have black mana available. I can bounce that and then counter it. I can bounce the One Ring in the opponent's upkeep and then I can counter it. No, not even in the upkeep. Because then... Alright. One's gonna attack first, that's clear. Yep, I'm okay with that, Thoughtseize. I have a counterspell and a drown. The opponent took the Lurrus. I'm also... Alright. I'm gonna have to rely on my 4 Bowmasters to win me this game. Pass. Phew! Yep, gonna take 2. That's still in okay life total area. Gonna grab a Mystic Sanctuary. And put a Drown in the Loch on top. Yeah. What else can I put on top? The Lorien. Only the Lorien. Do I want to put a Lorien on top? Do I need this untapped? 3 for the charm, 2 for the counterspell, 2 for the... 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. No, I don't. And pass the turn. Go to 7. I'm not afraid of any burn spells. So let's kill the Bowmasters. And then I'm gonna draw 2. And I'm gonna play my Bowmasters. Alright. And that charm was a decent draw. And now I put this on top and I'll actually draw it immediately. Alright, the opponent seeks a card. Sure. Alright, 3 counter spells. Gonna counter that. I have a lot of things to counter. I have to counter the One Ring, Necropotence, the Karn. A lot of things that need to be countered. I will draw 2. Let's do this first. Demonic Tutor, a dig through time? Yeah. Another dig through time. Well, now that I have one, it's not really... Ah, stupid. I could have... Yeah, I would have gotten it back. Should have kept it on top. Yeah, that was a misplay. I could have used 2 digs, but okay. Let's see what I draw here. A Brainstorm, fine. One, two, three, four, five, six. Counterspell is good. Drown in the Loch is good. Sheoldred. Should I even just counter a Sheoldred? I will. I think the opponent's pretty much fed up with my counter magic. And there you see it. Okay, so it was tough. It was definitely a tough game. And now I'm going to be on the draw, which makes things worse. But I think the sideboarding is correct. Even the Cling to Dust. Well, the Cling to Dust, I don't even know. Do I need life gain? Not really. I'd prefer even just another Bauble then. Is there Legions and oopsies? Put a Brainstorm in there. Alright. I'm okay with this hand. Pithing Needle. Straight into... Let's see what... Okay. So, good thing is I have Thoughtseize and Pithing Needle. Ow, what a draw. What a draw. So I will... That draw, this one Thoughtseize draw was so good. Because if I had played the Pithing Needle, I would have picked Necropotence. And I wouldn't have been able to pick the One Ring. But because of this Thoughtseize, I would just discard the opponent's Necro and then pick Ring or the other way around. Wow. Okay, so pushing through game 2 was definitely a struggle. But the payoff was then an easy game 3, which is unexpected. But that's how things can go. Alright, anyway, that was the 4th game. Dimir Control, I really like this deck. Actually, this was the first deck that I played when I got back into Magic Arena and Timeless. I didn't record videos then. But yeah, it's my first deck that I played, and it's still one of my favorite, even though I play all kinds of decks. But Dimir Control is basically, the whole archetype is one of my favorites, I would say. I used to play Psychotog back in the day in Odyssey, and that was a fun deck, by the way. This one doesn't really, it's pretty different. Upheaval plus Psychotog is just such a crazy combination. But yeah, this deck is crazy good, actually. It can win against any deck, but at the same time, it's difficult. You know, you have to manage your resources very closely, and patience is definitely a thing you need here. You know, as you can see, how many times do I have to just take 2 hits from Bowmaster and their army, taking two, until then you finally are able to deal with it while keeping up a counterspell, etc., etc., etc. So, yeah, it's definitely a nerve. You need strong nerves, I would say, to play this deck, but I guess that applies to most decks. But yeah, definitely enjoy it. Enjoy the charm. Archmage charm, counterspell is just fun to play for me. So yeah, and it can go toe to toe with all decks. Having Thoughtseize in the sideboard is good. So it has strong sideboard options as well. The Filigree Sylex is actually pretty good. It's actually probably even more flexible than some sweepers because it hits all non-land permanents, albeit only of a certain mana value, but still. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have fun. See you in the arena. Leave a comment, leave a like. It helps a lot. It's always appreciated. And yeah, peace out.